In Zeeland, we have a tremendous opportunity to combat climate change, become circular, and spark economic growth. These achievements will greatly contribute to the Netherlands' journey to zero carbon emissions. Terneuzen will work with regional industries to significantly reduce CO2 emissions by 2030 and eliminate 95% of our emissions by 2050. Sustainability isn't something we decided to work on overnight. Dow embarked on a sustainability journey almost 30 years ago by setting our first set of decade-long sustainability goals. We are increasing our focus on designing products that are both safe and sustainable. Together with all our partners, we will reinvent how we reduce, reuse, recycle and recover materials. We can't do this alone. Our history positions us to achieve emissions scopes 1 through 3. The Green Deal will support us on our journey to a low-carbon, greener 2050. It is a huge undertaking, and that is why we have mapped out the plan in 3 generations. Each generation builds on the next. The work of Generation 1 will continue to deliver value in Generations 2 and 3. The benefits will last well beyond 2050. This is an investment that will endure, in the new jobs created, in the economic growth sustained, and by contributing to a healthy environment and a sustainable world. The more than 3,600 people of Terneuzen, community members of Zeeland, are ready to make this project a success. Here is how it works. Our plants produce materials that our customers use to make products that enrich people's lives. Wind turbines, medical supplies, furniture, footwear, home insulation and vehicles. Terneuzen largely supplies customers in Europe, but also in the Middle East, Africa and India. Our production processes start in our crackers, in their furnaces and turbines. In Generation 1, we will take a byproduct of cracking, convert it into hydrogen and separate the CO2, leaving clean circular hydrogen. We will alter the cracker furnaces to be able to use this clean circular hydrogen as fuel. This will greatly reduce emissions. In fact, before 2030, we will eliminate 1.4 million tonnes of CO2 emissions, or the equivalent of taking 300,000 automobiles off the road annually. This is approximately 10% of the Netherlands Industry 2030 target. In Generation 1, we will reduce CO2 emissions at Terneuzen by 35%. In Generation 2, through a collaboration with external partners, we will capture even more CO2 and convert the cracker's gas turbines so that we can power the turbines with pure hydrogen or electricity. This will reduce CO2 emissions even more, to almost 43%. This collaboration with small to medium-sized businesses will add nearly 4,000 temporary jobs and add 400 to 500 permanent jobs. All the work we do in Generation 1 and Generation 2 creates the foundation for Generation 3. At this stage, we will implement Ecracking, completely new cracking technology relying on clean electricity instead of the combustion of fuels. The scale and complexity of the challenge is such that only through the collaboration of industry, academia, government and others can we turn the tide on climate change. Our plan is to eventually power Ecracking with renewable and clean circular hydrogen-based electricity. This should bring CO2 reduction towards zero across the Terneuzen site. As sufficient renewable power comes available for Ecracking, the hydrogen from Generation 1 can also be used to turn CO2 into useful products at Dow or at industrial partners in the region, eliminating the need for CO2 storage. But it can also be possibly used as clean fuel for households and for mobility. In addition to achieving carbon neutrality, Generation 3 will bring more benefits, including using hydrogen as a raw material, enabling circular products, contributing to biodiversity, and creating greater economic growth. Together, we can be a frontrunner in sustainability and set an example to promote change around the world. There is an expression: he who is outside his door has the hardest part of his journey behind him. The door is open. This is not wishful thinking. It is doable if we work in partnership. Walk through the door with us. Let's take this journey to a brighter future together.